Thank you all for joining this webinar. So I think we have around a good number of participants here. So we'll start the session and hopefully others can join meanwhile. So this is Abhilash here from LevelShift, and I would like to extend a warm greeting to everyone who has joined this webinar on automating your finance operations with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, co-hosted by Reddington. So to start with, I would like to give you a brief introduction about myself and LevelShift. And I think it would be great if I could get to know all of you who have joined the webinar as well. So please feel free to enter about a brief note about yourself in the chat box, if that's okay. So LevelShift as a company has over 25 years of experience in the digital transformation space. And in that 25 years, we have been working with Microsoft for the past 15 years, offering end-to-end services and support for the entire suite of Microsoft applications. And we wanted to make sure that the session is interactive. That's why we enable the chat window here. And if you have any questions during this webinar, please feel free to note them in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer it at the end of our dedicated Q&A segment. To set the agenda for this webinar, we wanted to start with the key financial operations and tasks in the day-to-day process and how Business Central can add value impact to those processes. Following that, we'll be presenting a brief demo of D365 BC by our experts, Mani and Saurav. Next, we'll also be presenting the AI automation capabilities Microsoft has to offer through Copilot and the benefits it can bring. Before winding off the session and moving to the Q&A part, we will also showcase some relevant success stories and how we can help you accelerate the ROI that you get out of BC. So hope this agenda is okay with everyone. Starting with, to understand the day-to-day financial operations, as you all aware, there would be several processes involved in the financial operations, including bank reconciliation, budgeting and forecasting, accounts payable management as well. These processes have one thing in common, which is that it needs a huge manual intervention. And also, due to disconnected systems, there are several challenges like duplication of data, inconsistent reporting, and delayed financial forecasting as well. So to understand a bit more about your current data ecosystem, I think it would be best if we could know about what systems you're currently using. So I'll give you a little bit of time to allow you to enter the chat window and tell us about your systems that you're currently using. It can be like any systems like Tally, it can be Excel, or it can be any legacy ERP systems as well. Please feel free to use the chat box. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Great. I can see that we have a user who is currently managing managing their finance operations through a app. That is a good application to have. Apart from the existing legacy systems, it can also be manual processes. We are aware that some people still depend on manual processes to manage the operations. So you're welcome to note that as well in the chat. Great. So So apart from the existing ERPs that you're currently using, we wanted to highlight how Business Central D365 can help you to empower your financial process and operations. Starting with, we want Dynamics 365 Business Central is a single source of truth for your entire financial operations. It offers centralized data and it can help you automate your workflows intelligently through AI automation and reduces manual intervention. This leads to faster reporting with real-time insights rather than waiting for data or reports on days or months. So this will definitely help you to automate all of your processes and give you a real-time insight into how your business is performing. So we also wanted to understand what would be the real-time challenges or day-to-day challenges that you face in your execution of financial operations. You can highlight any of your challenges. We'll be happy to address them in the Q&A session. And also, if it's not possible to address them in the end, we would be happy to schedule a one-on-one session with you, wherein we can definitely look into the challenges and tell you how Business Central can help you tackle them. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to enter your challenges in the chat box. Yes, real-time data is one of the common challenges that we come across in customers who are using legacy systems. And Business Central can definitely help you alleviate that. So to continue with our session, let's talk about the total cost of ownership of owning an application like Business Central. So total cost of ownership doesn't necessarily mean just the subscription cost of the application. It also has to include the value a solution brings to the organization as a whole. So when it comes to Business Central, by automating financial processes, it can help you eliminate manual effort, which leads to reduced man hours and errors. It also allows you to create complete audit trails, so it is easy for tracking. And recently, Microsoft has introduced Copilot, which enables AI automation and easier user interface as well. Along with that, Microsoft Business Central is a solution where you can manage both your finance and operations together in one unified platform. Since this is a cloud-based application, Microsoft offers up-to-date information and it allows deduplication of data, and the entire environment is secure in cloud. So as one of you mentioned, real-time data is a key challenge that Microsoft Business Central can help you alleviate. So by providing you real-time data through in the form of live dashboards and real-time transaction flows, it will help you achieve faster decision making, and also it will help you scale the business as you grow. So all these factors would come into play when you're considering owning Microsoft Business Central. So instead of me just speaking about the benefits of Business Central, I would transfer the session to our BC experts who will be presenting a brief demo of Business Central. Over to you, Mani.
Thank you, Abhilash. Am I audible, Abhilash?
Yeah, you're audible, Mani.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us today and welcome you all for this today's session along with this demo. Today, I'll be demonstrating MS Dynamic 365 Business Center, a comprehensive cloud-based ERP solution designed for small to medium-sized business. Business Center helps organizations manage their financials, operations, sales, and customer service all together in an integrated platform. In the next 15 minutes, I will explore the intuitive dashboard and navigation of modules of Business Central, financial management, accounts receivable, accounts payable process, along with cash management. And we'll have a powerful reporting tool called Power BI Analytics, and which is embedded with Business Central as well. Now let's get into the Business Central application. Let me share my screen. Please confirm, Abhilash, whether you can see my screen.
Yes, Mani. the screen is visible.
Yes, thank you. So when you log into a business central, this will be a home screen where we call it as a role center based dashboard and role center. And this will be very based on user role specific. So each and every user need not to be access everything, and they don't need everything also. Like for AP user, they'll need only the AP. For AR, only AR related activities. But for CFO, they need to access everything, including operations data as well, so that you can define your roles and you can customize if needed the dashboard as well. Now, when you log into that, you can see
Mani, sorry for the
the
interruption. Before you
yes.
continue, would it be possible to maximize the screen? It was a request from one of our participants.
Isn't I'm in full screen mode only. Mm,
Could you zoom in a little bit so that only the content is visible? Yeah, yeah, that's great.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better. Thanks, Mani. Apologies for the interruption.
Sorry. Yeah. So when you log into a business central, that application will you can see the application name Dynamics 365 Business Central and company name, which company you have been logged in, and you'll have the navigation bars for the modules which attach to this role center. So now I have finance, cash management, sales, and purchasing. And since I zoomed in, all other modules will be if you click on this arrow mark. Okay. And if I scroll down little bit down, and you can see the quick action buttons where you can create a documents quickly, uh, if you want to create a purchase order, so that you don't need to go to purchasing navigation to the purchase module and click on the purchase invoice or purchase order, or other option you'll have the global search where you can search anything within this business center. You can just type purchase invoices and you can access the purchase invoices screen. But to avoid all those things and to save your times, you'll have the quick action button here. So if you want to create a quick purchase invoice, just click on the quick purchase invoice and select the vendor name and enter the invoice number and document dates as per need. And as you can see, this is another beauty of Business Center where you can pre-configure the suggested lines for this vendor, so that when you create a purchase invoice, automatically the line will be inserted and you can just verify the line if needed, and then you can enter the amount. That's all. You can just post the document. So within a minute, you can create a purchase invoice document, and which you can use that workflow also, which I'll come to that part later. Now let's come back to the dashboard, and you'll have the quick activities uh, and tiles for KPIs of the real-time integrated data. And you can see the sales for the month, amount overdues from sales invoices, and the overdue purchase invoices, which is basically AP and AR. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you can see the ongoing document styles where you'll have the number of sales code, sales order, and sales invoice. If you click into that uh, style, you will be taken to the sales orders page. And same goes for purchase order, purchase invoices. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you will have key insights in a chart mode, where you can see the business performance in a chart mode for the income and expenditures. You can change the chart as per your need, and either it could be a cash cycle or cash flow or income and expenses and aged accounts receivable. Let's say I want to see the aging, then I can click on the aged accounts receivable. I can see the receivables by aging. And next chart is that favorite accounts, where you need to, if you are accountant, if you need to monitor your cash balances on a real-time basis, so you don't need to either go to a bank account or chart of accounts to view the balance. You can just go scroll down and see the favorite accounts chart, and you can see the cash balances on a real-time basis. And if you want to add, let's say I am a salesperson, I want to see the sales value, then you can just add the new button and you can enter the sales. Sale of goods. And raw material. Yeah. And you can see the sale of raw material value here. Once you add it, it will be there until you modify it. And you can scroll down further. You can see the trial balance. And each and every time you without generating a trial balance report. And now, last but not least, as I said earlier, we have a Power BI tool within Microsoft ecosystem, which is already integrated with Business Central, and any report you can embed it with Business Central. Either it could be a standard apps available for Business Central, or if you have any custom reports uh, developed in Power BI, which you can embed it in Business Central, so that you don't need to go to Power BI to access the custom reports. Let's go up and start with finance module. Finance module, if you click on the finance, you can see the general ledger, chart of accounts, GL budget, fixed assets, and currencies dimensions. So mostly you'll be having multiple currencies, and then Business Central handle n number of currencies. Or you can track your currencies exchange rate. Either you can track by month or day or week also. And beauty of Business Central is that the realized gain or loss will be automatically posted when you apply the transaction, foreign currency transaction. Maybe people may know who is using Tally and Sage software, they will be recording that forex transaction, forex gain or loss manually actually. But Business Central will do that automatically. And Business Central additionally will run that unrealized gain or loss also on a periodic basis. Let's say if you are running unrealized gain or loss for the month end, it will run all the AP outstanding and AP uh, outstandings and take the end of the period exchange rate and apply to the transaction exchange rate to post the unrealized gain or loss accounts. And let's go back to the finance module again, and dimensions. So dimensions is basically a cost center or reporting uh, classifications. Either it could be department or business segments or cost centers. Some people uses cases. Okay, it's again very depends on the nature of your business, and you can create a number of dimensions, and you can generate any uh, data and convert it into a dimension report using dimension-wise analysis reports. And now let's go back to chart of accounts. It's your main uh, and GL account, basically a trial balance. You'll have the balance sheet starting with assets, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. So people from finance know better than. And if I go and open a chart of accounts, so in Business Central, each master will driven by its own numbers. So first starting with GL account number, name, and whether it is a income statement account or balance sheet account or account category or an account subcategory. It's basically a grouping. So those details you can enter in GL accounts. And if I go to GL budgets, you can create budgets either by month, week, date, or year wise also. And you can create a number of budget. It need not be only one budget to be created for the year. Like some people create budget for that parent company separately, and they will have a separate budget internally to track minor level of expenses, and then some will have a consolidated budget. Okay, so those things you can create it here. So it need not be one budget. You can create multiple budget for within 1 year actually. And if I go here, I'll have the budget for the year 2025, and as you can see, I'll have sales budget and expenses as well. And again, this budget also can be tracked by dimensions uh, if needed. And you can export the budget into an Excel. And when you create a new budget, you can just import via same Excel. And you can copy budget for the using your last year entries also. Well, let's say when I'm creating a new budget for the year 2026, I can just choose the GL entry which is my past record. I can carry forward to my next GL budget. And finally, in that finance module, financial reporting. So, which I'll explain detail in later. You'll have the financial reports, and this beauty of this financial report is you can customize by yourself actually. So you can create a number of financial reports based on your needs. Like if you want to see only the working capital value, yes, you can create working capital report by yourself, mapping the GL accounts, and you can compare last year, previous year, and current year, and you can compare budget versus actual also using this financial report analysis. Next, go to cash management. Cash management, starting with cash flow forecast. So it's a very key important thing, I think, to on a day-to-day operation. So cash management is crucial in any kind of business actually. So when I open I have created a cash flow for the month of December 25, and as you can see, uh, it is business center A summarize the cash flow forecast, and it will give you the summary value of summarize and give you the insights of the cash flow. Finally, as you can see, that payable stands at 397,000 payable orders, and you'll have the receivables of $19,050 and sales order total of 6,100. And if you want to see more, you can just click show more to run further more using AI. Now let's go to that what we have as a cash flow forecast. So here you can see how much liquid funds you are available for the month, and what is the receivables you will be expecting to receive, and what is sales order outstanding to be delivered and converted into cash. And if you have any cash manual expenses, if you have any manual revenues like incidental revenues without budgets, like interest from bank, okay, any other scrap sales in case of trading on manufacturing units, and you'll have payables, purchase orders outstanding, and uh, to be paid for the month. And you can add the GL budget also. If you add your GL budgets, and you can add budget expenses also. Same way you can add flow manual expenses also, like how we did for cash flow manual revenues. You can add cash flow manual expenses also here. As you can see, I have added one cash flow expenses. Maybe I'll quickly demonstrate how to add the cash manual expenses. Let's say electricity. And here you'll have an option to choose the recurrence, whether you want to recur the same amount monthly and when to be ended. Okay. If you want the recurrence, you can choose recurrence. Otherwise, you don't need because you will be paying electricity, but you will not know how much it is. But you can do some projections, or you know how much you'll be paying average, right? So that you can select the recurrence. Now I go back and run my cash flow forecast sheet again. Register. Now go back and open again. Now, as you can see, your manual cash flow outflow has been increased to 100 to $350. And at the end, you can see the deficit of $625. So $625,000. So this will help you to expedite your revenues collections. And if you want to defer any vendor payments, so it will help you to take quick decisions based on this cash flow forecast. Now let's go back to the cash management menu, and you can see you'll have the bank accounts. So we'll have each masters all we the customer vendor bank account chart of accounts will have a sub masters. So it need not be a only in at the GL level. We have a separate masters as well. And bank account, you can have multiple currency bank account as well. Like if you have a EFC account, you can have the uh, at the currency level also. Like if I have our one bank account in INR currency, another bank account at in pound. Just all my local currency, which is US dollar, and you can see the balance. It's all real time balance, and whenever you record receipts, it will be impacted, and when you make a payment, it will be this balance will be impacted. And next part is that payment reconciliation journal. So this payment reconciliation journal will help you to import the bank transaction directly from the bank statement using CSV format. So this will help you to the business if you have hundreds of transactions, or some business they don't record that the cash and payments on a real-time basis. They'll record or post the transaction based on bank statement only. So in that case, you don't need to enter or data entry all the uh, line items by statement from the statement. Okay, you can just import the statement. And in another real-time scenario is the credit card statement. Obviously, credit card statement you will not be entering on a daily basis, but you will be entering at the transaction level. So in that case, you can import, you can create the credit card as a bank account, and you can import that statement in a CSV format so that all the transaction will be automatically imported. And you can use the map text to account to apply in case of automatically apply this transaction. And you can get to choose which GL account or vendor payment or customer payment before posting the transaction. So this will save you a lot of time if you are doing a manual entries of credit card statement or month-end bank statement entries if you are doing. And our next one is that last but not least in the cash management account, bank account reconciliation. So bank account reconciliation, everybody we do in finance, and same way when you do the bank transaction, you can import the bank transaction from a CSV format as I mentioned just before on that payment reconciliation. And left side, you'll have the bank statement lines after importing. And right side, you'll have the bank account ledger entries from the transactions. And you can just go to the matching, and you can match manually one by one, which is our traditional way. And if you select match automatically, system find out the transaction date, description, and amount to match the transaction with the state with the bank entry. And third option, you can just use Copilot help to reconcile the bank statement. And I take match automatically option here. This is a good one if you see transaction date tolerance date, which is basically, let's say you issue a check, okay, but it will be presented in the 1 day time or 30 days time or 90 days time. So usually you'll have 90, if you have a 90 days of time frame, you can just enter 90 and then hit OK. Or let's say I don't want to give any 90 days time frame, I just want to compare only within 10 days, you can select 10. Select 90 for the demo purpose and I hit OK. And now you can see highlighted green are all matched with the transaction from my bank statement entries in Business Center. Now, let's say I want to see that which transaction has been matched with. You can just click on the line and click on match details and you can see what bank transaction has been matched. Yeah, it's loading. So this is the transaction matched for the bank statement line. And then go back. Then that's all. Once it is matched all, and if you find no difference here, then you can post the bank transaction. Let's say you have imported, okay, and you have a transaction line which is not matched with your bank statement. Let's say let's take this as the bank charge. Okay, I remove this match. Okay, now it's not matched with Business Center transaction. What you can do, you need to record this bank charges, obviously. Then you can go to home and transfer to general journal where it will be transferred your outstanding entries from the bank statement and converted into a general journal. And you can just verify the data and you can enter the document number and select the GL account number, bank charges. Bank fee. And as you can see, amount has been automatically transferred into the general here and bank account as well. Now I filter this document date and post. That's all. Now, if you go back here, now as you can see, not only it created the journal, once it is posted, automatically applied. Now you can see, click on the match details, which we posted now. So this is the beauty of bank account reconciliation, which I don't see any other system has. That is the end of cash management. Now let's go back to AR, purchasing module. And purchasing module, you'll have vendors, purchase order, purchase code, purchase invoice, purchase credit memos. And Business Central has a three-way matching on the AP process, where you can track your purchase order to receipts, receipts to vendors, vendors to pay, vendor invoices and vendor invoices to payments. So you can track all the way from orders to payments. And you can click on the vendors. If I open the vendor here, and you'll have the basic vendor details, starting with vendor number, name, and what is the balance due, and what is the overdue balance for this vendor. And you can have the summary preview here. If I just click drop down, it will automatically summarize the vendor and it will give you the AI insight. And basic details you can cover, addresses, the phone numbers and everything along with posting. And you can have the vendor bank account also in case if you are transferring any payments to a vendor. If you want to if you do a EFT payments, and you can record, you can save the vendor bank accounts in Business Center. And as you can see, summary has been generated by our Copilot. Here you can see the vendor statistics quickly along with vendor number, balance, overdue balances, and outstanding orders, amount received not invoiced, how much payments you have made to the vendor, and how much refunds you received, and what is the last payment date. So those things you can see in the vendor statistics, and quick tiles for this vendor, how many quotes outstanding, how many orders outstanding for this vendor, and how many invoices. Those things you can access within this vendor card. And I will go back and go to the purchase order, purchase codes. So you can record multiple purchase code. Basically, if you're going to purchase anything from any vendor, you'll be getting code from multiple vendors, right? So you can uh, record these codes within Business Central, and you can and verify and match if needed. And once the quote has been approved, then you can directly convert this quote into an order, purchase order using this make order functionality. Once that is done, you can go to the purchase order and you'll have the purchase orders. And if the quote has been converted from, sorry, if the order has been converted from quote, you'll have all the details has been pre-filled, including the type, uh, number, unit price, and everything. And while creating code, also you'll have this vendor statistics in that fact box. You can verify the required details. And here you can upload the vendor codes or anything if needed actually. Click this to hide to maximum screen. As you can see, all has been updated automatically if it is come from purchase code. And once that is done, you can release the order, or if you want to go to the approval process, if you, let's say, if your company has approval workflow process for each and every document, then you can just click on the request approval and send approval request. Now I take a moment to go to the workflow process. You can go to the workflow, and workflows, you can have workflows for all the document, not only purchase or purchase order or purchase documents. You can have uh, sales documents also, sales documents, and sales order, sales invoices, sales code, even for general journal batch posting also. General journal, I mean, it includes the payment journal, cash receipt journal, any journals. And you can have a workflows for master's edit also, like a vendor master. If somebody modify the vendor, then you can enable for approval process to go to the further approval for this vendor modification. Same goes for customer. And we'll have a when you can have multiple workflow setups. And as you can see, the approval type for this purchase document, either you can choose whether this document should be approved by salesperson or the purchaser, or approver. Approver, you'll have approver chain, direct approver, first qualify approver. Approver chain means, let's say you have three approvers, okay? If you want to approve a purchase order, uh, supervisor can approve up to $10,000, and managers can approve up to $15,000, and CFO can approve up to 50,000 or $100,000. And let's say if you have CEO to be approved a purchase order, then they will have an unlimited approval. So those kind of approval chains you can uh, created within Business Central. And you'll have the approval workflow user group. User group will have uh, sequential approvals. Like you'll have three approvals, but all three approvals should be approved, then only the document should be released. First supervisor must be approved, and then manager must be approved, and then it will go to CFO to release the document. So those kind of workflows also you can create. Now again, go back to the purchase document, AB process. So once the purchase order is done, you can directly invoice from the purchase document. Let's say you have the quantity of 100 here. Open the purchase order. Uh, if you are into a manufacturing or trading business, you will be receiving the goods. Or if you have only GL, then you'll be recording only the GL expenses here, as I showed uh, at the beginning on the role center side. So let's receive a document. Let's receive a goods from the purchase order. So I can change the document date, which is 30th November. So document date is basically the invoice date, which vendor gives me the invoice, and vendor invoice number. And you'll have the posting date. Posting date is basically today. Today only I'm recording, right? So today is my posting date. So as you can see, the difference between the document is modified. Now, so my document date stands as November 30 and posting date is today's date. And due date has been modified based on document date. So there is no payment terms involved in this order. So that is why due date is not updated. In case if you need payment terms, then you can just select the payment terms code as 30 days. Then as you can see, once I updated, the due date has been automatically updated. So based on this due date only, our cash flow forecast will work. So if you are using cash flow forecast, then due date is key. Post the transaction, that's all. So in case of if you are receiving goods, if you have two persons to record complete the transaction, like warehouse person receive the goods and finance or invoice processing team complete with the invoicing, then you can choose only receive, or you can just click receive an invoice. The quantity. To receive only 50 quantities. Yep, that's all. As you can see, quantity 50 has been received and invoiced as well. And once you receive the purchase order and invoice, then next is the payment. So you can go to the payment cash management payment journal. Let's say I open a journal batch. You can quickly get the outstanding vendor payments using this suggest vendor payments. So, or let's say if you are making a payment for all your outstanding vendors, okay, you don't need to select each vendor and what is the outstanding amount or what is the overdue amount which needs to be paid. You can just click the suggest vendor payment and select the last payment date and then up to which date you want to insert. Those things you can enter and then click OK. And system runs and suggests you what all are the outstanding payments and what is the outstanding amount. And let's say system suggested this one. Let's say you decided this vendor need not to be paid, and then you can just click this three dot and delete line. Or if you want to modify any amounts, you can just modify this amount. Or let's say it says $14,000. If you want to see what all are the invoices has been applied, then go to home, apply entries, and you can see what all the invoice has been applied. Let's say these two invoices I don't need to be paid, then just two and then hit on set applies to entry. Then hit OK. And you can modify the amount as well. So those things you can easily record the payment entries. So once everything is been finalized, just click the post button to record the vendor payments. Let's say if you want to if you want to print checks, then you can click on the computer check to print the checks actually. Just delete this. I don't want to post all. Now I have another suggestion to make the vendor payment. Let's say this is for the bulk payment. Now I want to pay only the payment which I accounted now. Then easiest way to do that, go to the vendor, vendor ledger entries. Say I want to make this payment. Then you can just click, let's say I want to make these two payments. Then click create payment, update all the batches and posting date, and then hit OK. And automatically created the payment entry along with bank. That's all. All you need to do is just verify. And if you want to print check, click on the computer check or just post the transaction. It will be level 26. That's all. So using Business Central, you can make your payments and cash receipt journals very quickly. So that's all for the purchases, and you can access the posted documents in this menu. Same goes with AR also. For sales, you'll have the customers. This I'll quickly run through because there is no difference between customer and vendor process. You'll have the basic customer details, and you'll have the summary AI generated, which will be generated shortly, and you'll have the quick KPIs of document tiles and then customer statistics as well within this customer master. And same way, AP, you will have the year sales code, sales order for year also. So you can start with sales code, sales order, and sales invoice and sales credit memo for to issue a credit notes. And you'll have the purchase posted invoice document. And additionally, in Business Central, you can, let's say you have posted an invoice. If you want to send that document to your customer, you can directly send this to the customer via email actually. So you don't need to be you don't need to download the attachment and create an email draft. You don't need to do that. All will be automatically done within Business Central. As you can see, email has been drafted and sales invoice automatically attached, and it will pick the entries from Business Central. All you need to just click to send email. That's all. And in sales module, we have additional features called finance charge memos. It's basically a interest to your customer. Like let's say you have a customer outstanding, you have payment terms with your customer for 30 days or 60 days, but customer, you'll accept 5 days grace period or 10 days. But if your customer pay beyond 30 days or 30-day overdue, 60-day overdue, and if you have an agreement with them, if they pay late and you'll be charging interest, Business Central does that automatically based on your due date and grace days. Uh, and outstanding for the invoices, Business Central create the interest finance charge memo automatically, and you can generate this and send it to your customer as well. And that is all for AR process. So we have seen finance, cash management, cash flows, payment journal. Same goes for cash receipt journal also, and bank account and payment reconciliation journals already. Now let's get into the report part. So as I said earlier, we have Power BI embedded within Business Central, where you can just click on that. Within one click of, you can generate. Oh my God. Sorry, it's some technical issues with Business Central, Microsoft product, yeah, which we have seen earlier. Okay, some reason it is not working. Okay, it's a technical glitch. It will be short. So, okay. So, as I shown earlier at the beginning of the demo, you can see all your Power BI report within Business Central. You don't need to access Power Power BI to see your uh, Power BI reports. And as you can see, it's been classified with the finance report, finance overview, income statement, balance sheet, budget comparisons, liquidities, and you can integrate AR and AP report also if you have anything, and it be accessed within one click of a button. And now let's go into the financial report, which I discussed earlier. As I said earlier, this is the custom-made financial reports where you can generate uh, customize your report based on your needs. As now, as you can see, I just click on this income statement, and here you'll have option to choose date filters, which period you want to run, and whether you want to run by month, quarter, day, or year. And you can choose the dimension to run the reports only for this dimension, and you can just click on this project dimension if you need, or you can just select the dimension value to filter this values. And as you can see, this is the income statement. And if you see, if you remember, we have seen the chart of accounts, there is a list of accounts, but here it's been grouped only with at the group level. So that is a beauty, where you don't need to be see income statement with all GL accounts. You can see just only at the group level if needed. And I can show you quickly how this has been done. Click on the credit row definition. And this is how you configure. You can just configure that description and all groups you want to, the report has to be generated, and then you can map the GL accounts to the appropriate line items. And each report you can generate, any report you can generate in an Excel. If you just click on this create new Excel template, the report will be generated. And this is your income statement report in Excel. Same way, not only a financial report, Business Central has many report with for each and every model, so that you can just click on that all modules, all reports, and then click export. I just explore only for finance module, where you can see the list of Power BI reports, list of general ledger reports, and you have uh, cash management reports starting with bank account register, bank accounts, and receivables, payables, fixed assets. Fixed assets. So fixed assets, you can maintain fixed asset register within Business Central, and Business Central generate depreciation on a periodic basis automatically. So based on that useful life you have, fixed asset Business Central reports, fixed asset generate the reports for the depreciation as well. And you can just click on that. Let's say I want to see the book value for the depreciation code, and enter the date 1/1/25, and which group you want to be total. So I just select the FA posting group and then hit preview. I have only one group here, so where you can see the here you can see the acquisition cost, acquisition additions for the current year, and total acquisition cost. Same for depreciation, opening depreciation, depreciation for the current period, and what is the book value. So this report will be very useful when you present it to the auditors. You don't need to compute depreciation by each and every asset manually, which most of the time we do at the end of every financial year. So now we have come to the end of the demo session, and let me summarize what we have covered in the last 20-25 minutes. We have seen dashboard of Business Central, accounts receivable process, account A, payable, and cash management. Business Central delivers one integrated system with real-time visibility, with audit compliance and scalabilities, along with cloud benefits. Thank you all for listening the demo so far. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat box and Q&A section. I'm happy to answer at the end of the session. That's all, Abhilash. Over to you.
Thank you, Mani. Thank you for the detailed demo. And as Mani suggested, please feel free to post any questions, and the earlier posted question will be answered at the end of the session. So now, to post a particularly interesting question in this current AI age, right? We wanted to understand if you think your business will benefit from AI. If you think yes, then please feel free to share some examples of how you think it will add value. I'll give you a couple of minutes to post the questions. Thank you, Kiran, for asking this question, and definitely our experts will answer this at the end of the Q&A session. While we receive other questions, I wanted to highlight the existing AI features available in Business Central. Now, Microsoft offers these AI features through Copilot, which are AI agents that are readily available in Copilot out of the box are payable agents and sales order agents. Through these agents, you can achieve several levels of automation. Some of the interesting Copilot features are marketing text suggestions, e-document matching, and the most useful feature that we've seen customers use is the chatting option with Copilot. Essentially, instead of depending on other experts to build you reports and give you insights, you can simply converse with the agent, Copilot, and you'll be able to get the necessary insights you need through natural language processing. So this is one of the most highly used features in Copilot. And along with that, there are several other benefits as well. Like it can easily automate repetitive tasks. It can provide you highly useful insights to help you make better decisions. And because of the automation, it also reduces manual errors as well. So to showcase this, we wanted to present a short video of the Copilot features.
Abhilash, I did not hear audio for this video. Anybody else can hear this audio?
Okay.
Yeah,
Apologies,
I think
Mani,
we
just
should share with sound. Yeah. Abhilash, you might have to stop sharing and then share again with the sound. Yeah.
Welcome to Business Central Copilot, your intelligent AI companion designed to enhance productivity, improve accuracy, and deliver instant insights across your business. Copilot brings together a powerful set of features, including sales line suggestions, marketing tech suggestions, AI-powered data analysis, natural chat assistance, bank reconciliation assist, e-document matching, late payment prediction, inventory forecasting. The key benefits of Copilot include increased productivity, improved data accuracy, quick insights, and easy accessibility, helping you work smarter and complete tasks faster. In this video, let's explore how Copilot enhances your Business Central experience. Copilot Analysis Mode. Let's begin with Analysis Mode, one of the most powerful capabilities in Copilot. Analysis Mode, you can simply describe what you want to analyze, and Copilot generates the results instantly. For example, if you type, "Summarize last year's sales by customer," Copilot processes the request and displays a clear summary of sales values for each customer. You can rename and save your analysis so you don't have to repeat the same question again. Saved analyses automatically appear inside Copilot, allowing you to quickly revisit important insights anytime. Analysis Mode transforms how you understand your data, helping you make decisions with speed and confidence. Next, let's look at Chat with Copilot, your AI assistant for natural, conversational help. Click the Copilot icon to open the chat window. You'll see helpful default prompts such as, "How do I release a sales order?" In the same way, you can select or create prompts like, "How do I create a sales order?" "How do I create a purchase invoice?" Simply choose a prompt or type your own question, and Copilot instantly responds with the steps you need. You can also ask business-related questions like, "What is my sales for last year?" Copilot retrieves the correct information and directs you to the posted sales invoices filtered for last year's data. Whether it's procedural guidance or data insights, Chat with Copilot helps you get answers instantly, without searching through menus or documentation. Copilot also helps you create high-quality product descriptions through marketing text suggestions. Start by opening your item card and selecting Draft with Copilot. Copilot automatically generates a compelling, product-aligned description based on your item attributes. If you want to change the tone, choose from preset styles like formal, casual, upbeat, or creative. Select your preferred tone and regenerate until you're satisfied. Once you approve the text, simply apply it to update your product. With marketing text suggestions, maintaining a polished product catalog becomes faster and more consistent. As we've seen today, Business Central Copilot is transforming how businesses operate. From analyzing data and answering questions to generating marketing content, Copilot brings AI directly into your daily workflow. These intelligent capabilities enable faster processing, improved communication, and immediate access to insights, all designed to help you work smarter, not harder. Ready to experience the future of business management? Start using Business Central Copilot today and empower your team to focus on what truly matters, growing your business.
Hope that video was informative as we intended it to. And now to talk about a successful solution implementation. So any successful solution implementation would be measured by its business outcomes. To showcase that, we wanted to highlight some of the success stories that we have come across during customer implementations and a success story from Microsoft themselves. So a particular organization was earlier using a legacy-based Excel systems and utilizing manual processes. They had a lot of challenges with this process. So to alleviate that and help them transition into a highly efficient system, we implemented D365 BC. All the financial modules that they required, like management, procurement, sales, and fixed assets, were implemented along with full level of automation. So we also assisted them in migrating the existing financial data, and which helped them streamline their operations and facilitated an easier transition. So by this implementation, the impact is highly evident. They were able to achieve 25% cost savings with increased efficiency and reduced man hours. And the data visibility also increased by 30%, enabling quicker and efficient decisions. Another similar use case is an organization who were utilizing QuickBooks wanted a tailored solution based on their needs. So we also delivered the same by tailoring solutions and modules like sales orders, inventory management, AP, and BOMs as well. So by delivering this, they were able to achieve enhanced inventory management, and it also helped them make better decisions. Similar to the earlier impact, so they also experienced 30% increase in implementation speed, and 30% accuracy in inventory was also achieved. So that is also a successful use case of an organization transitioning from Tally-based system to D365 BC. So through these success stories, we can confidently say that Microsoft BC offers measurable business outcomes. Now, any implementation of a solution would definitely take time, but through our experience and expertise, we are able to offer a very quick start package wherein we implement Business Central within 15 business days. So we'll start with a brief analysis of all the requirements within your organization, your current financial processes, and existing systems. By understanding the requirements, we provide you with the apt design of the solution and configure all the necessary entities in BC and the data as well. So once this is done, we offer training to the users who would be utilizing Business Central and then provide the application for user acceptance testing. So after going live, we also extend our support in managing the Business Central application throughout your usage. So all this is done with a package cost of $4,500. In local currencies, it would be in the range of 17,000 dirhams or riyals. So to reiterate why we think Business Central is a smart investment, Business Central offers a flexible licensing model wherein all the regular updates are offered by Microsoft themselves, including security patches. So your maintenance effort are reduced. And through our expertise, we are offering the quick start option to help you get started faster. And this is also a one-time investment to bring all your data into a centralized system. And once the system is implemented, our support plans help you optimize the system based on your growing business and changing needs. So through these factors, we can definitely help you achieve rapid return on investment if you decide to go ahead with Business Central. We have come to the end of the session. I'll allow our experts to answer the questions that you have already posted. And please feel free to post any additional questions as needed. We'll be happy to address them. Saurav and Mani, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I see question from Jama on with the correlate how are projects best handled in D365, how best to. Yes, Gemma. So Business Central has manufacturing module and project module as well. And within Business Central, you can integrate that manufacturing and project. The budget versus actual for project also. Due to the limited time, I could not touch that part actually today. But we are happy to take you to the custom demo. Please reach out to our sales team where they will schedule a separate demo for based on your needs. That time I'll be happy to detail explain on the project and manufacturers. Or Power BI reports available as standard reports and also customizable Power BI reports. Yes, standard reports are available. So since we are in a Microsoft Echo platform, Power BI has developed standard reports which can be connected with the Microsoft Business Central. We have the finance report, project reports, and we have sales and purchase reports as well, along with inventory management. So it need not be only a customizable report. You can connect the standard reports as long as you have one Power BI license. And Kiran asked, in the cash flow module, does it have feature to display a rolling 3-month cash flow? Actually, it's based on our configuration, Kiran. So let's say I have configured only for 1 month, okay? And you can configure for 3 months as well, actually. In the cash flow forecast, as I said earlier, either it can be a quarterly basis, monthly, or yearly basis also. And whenever that actual you have spent, and it automatically refresh and it will give you the whatever that outstanding you are going to spend and what is your current cash overflow or deficit at the end of the period. Yes, you can do that to answer your question straight. And again,
Mani,
question from Jama,
sorry for the
automating
interruption.
month and
Ramya wanted to answer a couple of questions as well. Ramya, go ahead. You wanted to add a point?
Yeah, just to add to Mani's point on Gemma's question. So Gemma, like you've asked, there are some follow-up questions also, right? You've asked on the manufacturing and projects part, but you've also mentioned on the base currencies and how you want to consolidate reporting in UAE, right? So because you've mentioned D365 as a whole, I'm just trying to add a bit more info. So in Dynamics 365, you have BC, a Business Central product, which we are covering during today's demo. You might be aware of one more, which is F&O. That's finance and operations, right? So that's a more exhaustive product, which will address the same requirement in a slightly more deeper way. In the sense, if you have something which is like you have multi-currencies, and then you have to have the consolidation in one company, and then you need a transfer pricing mechanism within the projects, because a lot of these multi-currency transactions, transfer pricing might be needed. And if there is a layer of intelligence that needs to be built on top of it in the Power BI also, where you get currency based reports at the each company level, and then you have a consolidated checklist where you do a consolidation and then get the report for the UAE company. Those kind of complex requirements can be handled in F&O. So like Mani said, once you have the detailed requirements, you might want to see which product will be the better fit for you, and then probably decide the course of action. So both of these have the capabilities at different depths, Gemma, because these are built for different segments. So that's how it will be handled. That's about it, Mani. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
thank you, Ramya. Yes,
yeah, I'll just add to Gemma's question. Like, so Business Central both has functionalities both for traditional manufacturing, like in case you have defined bombs and then you want to track your production orders in different stages, coupled with your accurate machine center or routing related data, you can set up everything, and then you can tag your manufacturing with your procurement also. In fact, you can link your sales to your manufacturing process also. On the other hand, if your company is executing turnkey projects where there's a milestone based billing and where there are different phases, you can implement the jobs or project management module in Business Central, where you can set up a project, you can define the project phases, project tasks, and then configure the budgets for that particular phases, and then compare the budgets versus actuals. And then you can also raise the invoice against the customers at different phases of the project, depending on the percentage of completion. So it's all dependent on the nature of the manufacturing process that you or your organization has. And Business Central, yes, it has both manufacturing and project modules included. Manufacturing forms part of the advanced licensing. So just to kind of further clarify, Business Central has two kinds of licenses. One is Essentials and one is Premium. So manufacturing falls under Premium licensing, along with the service management module also, in case someone needs the service management module. But the other one is the Essentials, which covers the standard functionality. So Yes, we have both manufacturing and projects. And coming to the multi-currency operations, we do have options for reporting in multi-currency also, as well as consolidation and intercompany accounting. If you have multiple companies within the same region, or even if they are in the different regions and you want to do a consolidation, it is possible in Business Central. And Microsoft has provided additional functionalities for that. So it's all there, and multi-currency reporting also. Yes.
Yeah. Saurabh, can you take as if question as well to wrap up in 15 days what you need from us? What's your
Yes.
action
So
plan of
yeah, absolutely. So in order to do this implementation for an EPC company, the first thing is basically, I mean, even before start of the project, since it's a quick start package, we'll be sharing the templates for both the master data and then the opening balances, which will be uploaded at the end just before the go live. So all those templates will be shared in advance. Once you are with us, complete the contract signing part, then we'll explain the templates and how to fill in the data, and we'll help you in kind of completing those information. Parallelly, we'll continue with the standard process, which is the analyzing your existing business and the business processes. We'll document that. We'll create an onboarding document as part of that process, and then we'll go into the configuration part in your sandbox or in your production environment. And once the configuration is done, and then we'll go into the user acceptance testing once we are done with our internal testing, and finally move to go live. So basically, from a data perspective, we'll require the data ready, and we expect that whatever cleaning is to be done in your legacy systems, you have already done that, and data is in a healthy shape. So we'll share you the templates in advance so that you can fill them in and share with us back so that we can start the process as early as possible. I hope this answers my question, Asif.
Yeah, thanks, Saurabh. And there was one additional question earlier from Kiran, requesting information on how, like, does it have a feature to display a rolling 3-month cash flow?
Yes, yes, that
Yeah.
as Mani mentioned.
I think
so
that
this
I have
configuration,
answered already.
Yeah, it's a configurable feature. We can configure that as per the requirement.
Got it.
Another question from Kiran earlier, that integration. So Business Central can be integrated with any system who can expose API actually. So you can integrate with a CRM or POS systems or with any other inventory management system if you are maintaining outside of Business Central. Yes, it can be integrated using APIs. Abhilash, can you take up that pricing part? Premium and basic has different pricing.
Yeah, Asif, so as Saurabh mentioned, the feature capabilities of both of these licenses are different. So that is why the pricing is also different. Depending on your needs, we'll be able to provide you with a custom quote once we understand the requirements in detail and match you with the right fit. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, Asif has one more statement to make.
Okay, so you mentioned that yes, your business, I can understand, for an EPC company, you require an end-to-end ERP system, including 10 to 12 modules, starting from RFQ until retention payment. Yes. So basically, in order to, definitely we can incorporate that. And I know that EPC processes are pretty complex and there's a lot of sub processes inside. So we need to do a detailed requirement analysis before we can come up with the proposal, because each of your processes have to be mapped to the Business Central modules. So it will require a detailed discovery session, and accordingly we can share the proposal in terms of what you need. Probably there can be some integration with external systems also, as I anticipate based on our previous experience. So all this we can do a requirement gathering or detailed discovery analysis and then come up with a proposal.
Yeah. To add to Saurav's point, we have experience in implementing end-to-end solutions for multiple organizations in different industries. So we have the necessary business expertise for that as well.
Yes, Asif, we have a separate module in project management already. I mean, it's kind of built in within Business Central. Having said that, that module can be customized. As you know, the entire Business Central is extensive, extendable very pretty easily, depending on the customer's requirements. So we can extend that to incorporate functionalities required for your business. But yes, project management module is part of the standard Business Central package.
We are waiting for additional questions.
Okay, in terms of pricing guides, I think Gemma has a question on Business Central pricing. You can get, or we can definitely share with you the official documentation from Microsoft in terms of what all things or what all modules are included as part of the essentials pricing and premium pricing. That we can definitely do.
Saurav, Asif has one more question regarding multiple
Yes.
regions.
So with regards to multiple regions, as you mentioned, yes, we have encountered scenarios where you have your business spread across multiple countries or continents. In that case, we'll have the production tenants, your tenants, the Business Central tenants. We'll set up tenants for different region, respecting the localization and the country-specific requirements on for that particular region, and then we can integrate those. I mean, if you want a consolidated reporting, actually, that also we can do. Now, sometimes, for example, for Asia and Europe, Microsoft mostly provides the localizations for specific countries, and for GCC countries also Microsoft has the localizations. But yes, there can be some countries where localization may not be directly made available by Microsoft. However, there are partners, or we are tied up with several other partners who can provide localization solution for those specific countries, so that your compliance, regulatory requirement, and any other tax related requirements all are met. So that we can definitely do. Yes,
Hope
Gemma, to your question, implementation is a separate pricing. Yes. So there are two parts. One is the license part and one is the implementation part. Yes. So once we prepare the proposal, the implementation pricing will be added to that. Yeah.
So to answer Asif's question, the quick start package that we presented earlier includes the essentials which is available in Business Central. So as you can see in the table here, this is what we offer in the quick start package. Saurav, you want to add anything to this?
Yes. So this essentials package basically caters to organizations who are looking to streamline their financial module or finance related operations. So as part of that, as Abhilash mentioned, we start with an analysis session where we understand your business requirements and then document that as part of the design. And then we start configuring your production environment. All the information in terms of the master data or opening balance data, which we'll receive from you in advance, will be configured and uploaded into Business Central. And then we move into the training and user acceptance phase. Yes, this includes only the finance module. It does not include any other module in Business Central.
Hope that answered your question, Asif.
No, procurement is not included as part of this package.
Okay. So if there are any more questions, we'll be happy to answer. And if we have missed any questions, we'll be definitely sure to reach out to you individually and try to schedule a discussion wherein we can address your queries and challenges as well. So there are also certain common questions that we receive from customers, and most of this have been answered during this Q&A session. But Mani, if you'd like to add answers to the common questions as well, that would be great.
Yeah. So how long does data migration really take? So it depends on the volume of the data, and we can integrate it quickly. We'll share with the templates to be migrated, with data templates to be migrated with Business Central. All you need to do, fill the data and share it with us. So we can turn around quickly based on that data quality and data data volume. And can BC integrate with our existing system? So yes. So as I mentioned earlier, it can be integrated with any systems using APIs. What about user adoption and training? Yes, as part of our implementation, we'll be providing extension user training, and we'll be supporting through your UAT phase also, where users will be practicing the Business Center with sample data, and we'll be supporting till the time you're satisfied. Yes, that's all
Okay.
of that.
Thank you, Mani. So as next steps, we urge the attendees to utilize this opportunity to, you can book a free assessment with us, wherein we schedule a personalized consultation to you based on your current setup, your current data environment, and your needs. So, and we'll also be sharing a recording of this webinar to all the attendees so that you can share it with your team and you can come back to us with any additional questions or queries. We'll also be offering a migration checklist wherein you can download it. And this is a comprehensive checklist wherein it will be easier for us to analyze your setup and offer you a proper planned migration plan. So before we close up, I wanted to also highlight or give you an intro about LevelShift as well. LevelShift as an organization is a 25-year-old digitization solution provider. We have a strong team of around 1,000 experts across the globe. We are partnered with several ISVs, including Microsoft, Salesforce, and Boomi, to offer comprehensive solutions to our customers. And our offices are located across the globe with our HQ in US, and we have our office in Dubai, UAE as well, wherein we cater to all our Middle East customer needs. And as an organization, we are also ISO certified, ISO 9001 and 27001 certified. We are also SOC 2 compliant, and we are a CMML level 3 certified company as well. These are some of the other enterprise ecosystems that we can currently work on, including Dynamics 365. We work on Salesforce applications as well, Power Apps, Azure DevOps operations. And for business processes and integrations, we offer solutions through Boomi, Microsoft Azure, MuleSoft, and Jitterbit. When it comes to data, we are one of the preferred implementers for Microsoft Fabric. And we also work with Perforce for data compliance and data masking related solutions. And data visualization and representation can be done through Databricks and Power BI. So these are some of the other ecosystems that we are capable of working in. So with this, I think we have come to the end of this webinar session. Once again, I would like to thank everyone who has joined the session and made it interactive. We appreciate your insights and your feedback as well. Looking forward to successful business collaboration in the future. Thank you, one and all.